Hello spooky people, my name is Betty, but you might call me Bebs, and welcome back to the channel, and also welcome back to FOCALOR, our alien planet meets spaceship island. And today is the day, guys. We have finished this island, so today we are going to take the beautiful tour of this island. I'm so excited to show you the final product because it turned out so fucking good. And I'm in love with this island, and I hope you will be as well. The DA is already uploaded. I can put it on the screen right now. So if you want to go and check out this island, maybe with me or just on your own, you can go ahead and look up my DA, or you can also look up FOCALOR, and you will find it. Slay! With that being said, let's get it started. Now, obviously, I can't walk around the alien parts of this island dressed like this. Absolutely not. So, let's get into outfit. Tour time. Let's go. Obviously, I also gotta have a little light sticky note to show you how it's done. First things first, let's take a little look-see at my flag, which I very much love. I made this flag myself, and I feel like it represents this island very well, right? So it's supposed to be a moon that's shaped like a skull, but really it's just a skull with FOCALOR on it. Anyways, I really like it. And before we kind of get going with the tour and everything, I obviously need to show you who lives here. Right, who lives here, the island layout and stuff like that. So let's check out the map. This is FOCALOR. Also, you can see the dream address down on the screen once again. And if you look at the map, you might notice that it is kind of split in half, more or less. So on the left side, we've got the spaceship side. So this is basically where the spaceship landed on the alien planet. And then on the right, we have the natural parts, the alien parts of this island, or of this planet rather, right? And I think in order for you to kind of understand my villager choices, I need to kind of tell you a story while I do it. So, the main captain of the spaceship is Rattle. And Rattle is obviously a mad scientist and a doctor, and he, with his space crew, try to kind of invade this planet and take note of everything. Plants, flora, fauna. Well, plants are flora, aren't they? Well, whatever. Flora and fauna. And they also took in the specimen, right? And the specimen, that's me, hello! And they put us in the habitat where they could monitor us, check us out, check out how we live, how we reproduce, stuff like that. So that's me. I am the alien specimen that they took from the island to keep captive, basically. And Rattle obviously can't do all of that alone because he's just a little guy. He's just a doctor. He just wants to do the research. So he has this little henchman, and they are Del, Cephalobot, and Ribbot. They live up there in the top left corner in the robot neighborhood, and they are just they're just little robot guys, okay? They're just part of the crew. And who also was part of the crew are Dobie and Rasher. These two were the old mechanic, which is Rasher, and then the old cook of the spaceship, which was Dobie. And they weren't happy with the way that Rattle handled the whole research thing. They weren't happy with how the specimen was treated, so they were like, we're gonna switch sides. So they have moved on over to the alien side of the island, and they now live in harmony with the aliens, obviously, and they kind of work together with them to defend themselves against the space crew. And as for the alien side, we have my four besties, Drago, Diva, Ione, and Clay. I love them, okay? And they're just silly little guys. And yeah, how they live, what they do on the island, you will see in the tour. So let's get it started with that. So, when you wake up, obviously you will wake up on the plaza, and it is very conveniently very much right here at the beginning of the island. So you can find the island entrance very easily. Also ignore him, he didn't suit up, you know, he didn't put a suit on. And you don't want to be like him. So I put down some beautiful items for you. Also ignore these guys. They will not be there on the DA, so don't even worry about that. But over here on this side, if you want to be part of the alien crew, you can use the items on this side to suit up, right? I've got some different options for clothing. We've got some accessories like the little jetpack backpack. I also have one of these lights for you guys, some antennas, whatever. This whole side, space crew clothing, okay? But if you're like, but what if I don't want to be part of the space crew? Don't even worry about that. You can go over here. This is the alien side, okay? So you can pick out nice glowing moss outfits. I provided a couple. I think this side is the one with the most accessories because we've got like 5, 6 head pieces. You've got the choice, okay? You can choose whatever it is you want. And then also over here, I've already picked it up again, you will find a ladder just in case you get stuck anywhere and you don't really find your way around. You can just use the ladder. Okay, but obviously since I'm dressed like space crew, we are going to start, you know, with a spaceship side. And I think we should start on the left here. So if you walk up these stairs, this is the first area I think that we ever built on this island. You get to the little bar section. We've got a little pool with a ducky over here, which I really love. I enjoy this area very much because it's so glowy. I feel like the bar vibe kind of does come across really well. We also do have this big building on the side here, which I like to say is the bar tower, you know, because we have the little robo arm in the left serving you your drinks. We've got the little drink tank, I like to call it, which obviously stores all of the drinks that you can be served here in this beautiful area, and then you can grab it from the nice glowy bar. I think with this area, I just really, like, I slayed, you know, I ate. It's so good. I feel like using these little arms for stuff like this, phenomenal. And then obviously we also have tiny little seating area. There have been some drinks spilled over here. Drinks. Nothing else, okay? So that's really fun. But if we move on over here, obviously you could go down the stairs, but we're not going to do that right now. Up here, this little walkway is blocked off, but you can still get to this area, and I will show you how in just a few seconds. If we move on over here, this is like a little overview of our plant research area. We've got all of the plants that can be found on this island, and I imagined that Rattle had all of his little space crew kind of go around and collect local flora and put them in here so that he could research them, kind of figure out what they do, if they're just plants, if they have some kind of magic abilities. And so that is what this area is. So then we can go down here and kind of check this out. I really love this area because I imagined that, you know, he has all of these things in the greenhouse plants, but then he also planted some of them kind of in a more open area so that he could actually like touch them, experiment on them. I just really enjoy this little area. From here on out, we can step onto the beach where we also get over to this rock. I just put another little plant research area or just general, you know, spaceship thing here. You can take a look-see at the mushrooms that grow on this island. You can water them, you know, kind of watch them, keep them growing. And in here we have a little sneak peek on over to the habitat, but we will not be entering that. That is a safety hazard for us, dressed the way that we are now. And we can't have that. That's way too dangerous. But what we can do is go on down here onto this beach where we just have another little research area. And also, I imagine that this is just a kind of relaxation area for the crew. You know, they can have a little drinky, sit down. It's kind of an extension of the bar, but I really, really love this. We also obviously have a little spaceship. What's it doing here? I don't know. It's living its best life. And we've got this little guy, the space crew member, kind of looking out into the stars, kind of maybe exploring new planets. Well, not exploring, figuring out new planets to travel to once they've completely destroyed this one. Humanity, am I right? And we've also got some little fishies in here, you know, just for some entertainment. I just really love the vibe of this beach. It's so nice and glowy. You can sit down in here. And then when I built this island first, like when I built up all of these cliffs, I also included these little, well, cliff indents where I could put the retro transportation stops so that my villagers could sit here. And I'm very excited every time that I see one of them kind of sitting in my little wall holes. Okay, if we move past this way, we can climb back up this ladder. And we might be able to take a little sneak peek into the headquarters, you know? The main control station. You gotta go past these two security guards here. And then you will enter, well, yeah, the main security panel, whatever. If you are a visitor, obviously, you could first go up here over to this side where there's a little lookout for you to look into the habitat. And from this little lookout, you can almost see the entire habitat, but just almost, you know? The main focal point, obviously, is the house of the specimen, which is the most interesting part, I think, of this beautiful habitat. We will also go in there later because it's fully decorated, please and thank you. But yeah, there are some fun little areas that you can see from over here already. Let's move on over to the main control panel, or the supervisory panel, whatever. I really love the way that you can, from over here, really actually almost see the entire habitat, and I think it's just so stunning how you can look over the like angry red space crew stuff and then just see the kind of peaceful green in the background. I think that has to be my favorite outlook of this island. And here, obviously, as you can see, we've got some eggies from the aliens that are being researched, kind of, you know, checked out what it is that they're doing. Maybe they will find out how they work, maybe they will not. I guess we'll never know. From here you can go into the kind of entertainment corner, because even robots need a little bit of enrichment, so that's what we've got going on over here. It's just a little, what's this called again? Foosball? Table football? I don't know. We've got some arcade machines and just some little place to sit. I think that is really cute. Also ignore the hands. They're just, you know? And then from over here we've got a little walkway from where you can also overlook the habitat, obviously. Come on, turn around. Yeah. And you can see on the left there's a little, you know, a little fishing spot where our little specimen can obviously get some food, and then something happened over there that we will, I guess, go ahead and take a little look at now. So here you can see, this was an improperly dressed space crew member, and they fell victim to the specimen. Because, you know, the specimen just doesn't just accept its capture, its treatment. No, the specimen is angry about it, and so they may or may not sometimes kill crew members, you know? It's what a proper alien creature would do. So that's obviously what's going on over here. It's very dangerous to go down in here. You could technically use a ladder to hop into the habitat from here, but I wouldn't suggest it. It's not safe, obviously. And should the specimen come up and try and attack you, you can always use... Oh, no, not that. You can always use the defend mechanisms over here, right? Because they will obviously scare away the specimen, which is very important if you want to stay safe. Now then, if we want to move over here, this is just a cutesy little house that I built that I'm very happy with. And we could technically go over here and take a look at all of this, but I think that first we should go uppies. Let's check out the robot neighborhood. You can also go down here, you know, this is obviously the battlegrounds to the right, and you can also go ahead and defend your ship over here if you are so inclined. But if we move up here, this is the robot neighborhood. This is where my beautiful little robot babies are living. It's just so cute. I'm in love with this area. It's so nice and blue and futuristic. This area is everything that I wanted this area to be. You know, it's glowy, it's beautiful, it's blue. We've got places, obviously, for you to see who lives where. We've got the little water features. What a sleigh. And then obviously we can also take a little look inside of the houses. Currently we've got Cephalobot and Ribot home. Sorry, forgot his name. Okay, this is Cephalobot's house. He is chief security officer now, ever since the Rasher kind of left, and he has this cute little sleeping space over here, which is just very, you know, unassuming. Just a cute little sleeping space over here, very space themed, very futuristic. But then he has a little secret if you go on over to this side of his room. This is where he is kind of supervising everything that is happening on this island. Because as you can see, he's got all the screens on. He's got a little guy telling him what's going on 24/7, 365 on this island. He's got the tablets. He's sitting in his chair. You know, he is full on doing his job right now. So yeah, if you come in here, he might be already knowing that you're there because you saw it on all of the cameras. Okay, now we are in my beautiful boy Ribbot's house. He has the water maintenance facility. As you can see, there's water coming down there, you know. It's flowing into there. He kind of has to test, obviously, if the water is clear enough for everyone to kind of consume, because they don't want to get sick with kind of some kind of weird ass alien disease. That does not work out. Is he wearing pajamas while working out and sleeping? I love these villagers. I have to tell you, I love them, okay? They're just silly little guys. But yeah, that is his room. Very beautiful, very delicious. And then Del over here just is a little mechanic, obviously. I will link the whole FOCALOR playlist down below, so if you want to check out how I build his house, like what it looks like from the inside, if he isn't home in the dream address, then you can obviously go ahead and do that. Down here we've got a little gyroid setup, because they're obviously also researching the natural resources of this island, you know? It's just a cute little setup. I love them. Okay. Then, from here on out, it's getting a little bit more dangerous, okay? So from here on out, I would suggest you move forward very carefully. If you want to go down into the habitat, you obviously have to suit up, okay? We will do that in just a second. For now, we will go ahead and check out the island's hospital, which is right over here. So this is the beautiful hospital area, which obviously it's the museum, but no, it's not. I really love how this area turned out. It is so nice and red and glowy. We've got all of the little different patient setups over here where you can rest should you have been attacked by the specimen. And as you can see, there's a lot of blood, so the specimen has been rampaging, and so it's very needed to have a hospital like this on this island, I believe. Now we are getting ready to go into the danger zone, right? So if you're here, this is the decontamination chamber. So anytime you go into and out of the habitat, you obviously need to go into the decontamination station, you know? And you need to get all the alien bacteria off of you, otherwise you will make the whole crew sick, and no one wants that. So I would suggest we suit up. There are different versions of the suit available for you from the items that you've picked up at the start, but also if you want to have the beautiful space helmet, which is this one, you can pick that up right here. I will first take you obviously into the staff area, which is right here. So from this little area, which is obviously green to match the habitat so that the specimen will not know, you can supervise the specimen. In this area, we are obviously analyzing real-time data from the habitat, seeing how the specimen is doing, kind of checking vitals, analyzing the plants. But this is also the area where we can check some of the cameras. As you can see, like right here, throughout the habitat, we have spread some cameras so that we can 24/7, 365 supervise the specimen. Let's see if you can spot them all once we actually walk through this area. Okay, so with that all being said, let's head into the habitat. We are suited up, which is very necessary. The habitat has been built by the space crew to look very extremely similar to the actual alien planet, so that the specimen might feel right at home. If you're here, you can obviously follow all of these walkways, but you can also go over here to check out your fallen crew member, which is very sad, very tragic, but it's his own fault. He wasn't probably suited up properly. Sorry. He wasn't properly suited up. He was probably trying to set up this camera over there, got it running, but the specimen got him. Tragic. Tragic. If we go down here, there's just this cute little fishing spot where you can, from the control panel, sometimes see the specimen fish for food. Very natural thing to do for the specimen. Very cute area. And then if we walk up here, we are getting closer to the specimen's house, which is right over here. But we also have this way uppies, which is just a cute little picnic area and also a bathing area for the specimen, obviously. If you are a crew member, you can also see the specimen sit here from time to time enjoying a little snacky snack, and that's obviously prime time for you to be back in the observation, well, area and kind of see what the specimen is up to. Okay, if we move along down here, this is where we will get to the specimen's house. In the surrounding area, we have another little pond, which is very cute. We also have this little shrine, which is obviously very much being used by the specimen to do whatever it is that the aliens do. We still haven't figured it out here at the crew's research area. You know, we still haven't figured it out, but this is obviously where the alien prays to whatever gods it's praying to. And also we build up this stone circle because it's very similar to structures that can be found on the alien planet. Now, before we head into the specimen's house, we are going to go on this back beach. You can access this beach from both the right and the left side of the house because that's just practical. So if you're going over here, you can see another one of the structures that the alien can pray to. And if we move all the way up here, you can see that the alien, the specimen 1, for some reason has laid some eggs or has brought some eggs with it. And something hatched. We still haven't quite figured out how that worked, but these appear to be alien eggs and an alien baby. Very, very weird. And then in the back here we have this beautiful area, which is another lookout point with another very sadly, honestly, slain, you know, officer, whatever. From this area, the space crew kind of tried to observe what is going on in the habitat from a different angle. We also have this little antenna to communicate with maybe other spaceships. I guess we'll never know. But sadly, obviously, the specimen said, "Nuh-uh, not on my planet," and obviously killed this poor person. Really dangerous. You don't want to come across its path. It'll probably yell at you. You will notice it. Its skin is purple, hair blue, clothes green. You cannot miss it. And with that being said, let's head into the house of specimen number 1. Okay, and this house is kind of set up in a way that needs to be explained. So let me explain it. This room, or this house, is in its main parts supposed to also look like some structures that you can find on the alien planet. But obviously, as researchers, you know, as crew members, we are trying to kind of supervise, learn what the specimen is doing. So every or almost every room in here is equipped with security cameras so that we can obviously keep up the surveillance of this area. So if you see a camera, don't even worry about it. It's not for you, it's for the specimen, okay? And so in here we've just got this beautiful little entrance room. Then I'm first going to take you in the room that I'm least proud of. This room is kind of the bedroom. Obviously we have a bed over here, and then we also have this ritualistic circle thing in here, and obviously we cannot miss out on the super surveillance. We have a little camera focusing on the ritualistic circle, and then we also have a camera up ahead on the ceilings focusing on the general layout of the room so that we can obviously see if this specimen is hiding somewhere, if they're plotting anything dangerous while they're supposed to be resting. But yeah, this is kind of how I imagined scientists on a spaceship would try and recreate an area so that a specimen is kind of feeling more welcome, which I don't know if that works, but you know, it's an area, it's a room. Okay, then let's move on over to the right, which is, well, the bathroom? I didn't really think that the specimen needed a proper bathroom. So although we have this kind of temple-like build with a little pond so that they can wash themselves and also look at themselves in the mirror. Other than that, just a cute, simple room. Okay, and then there's one more alien room over here. And this is just the general alien kitchen, I'd like to say. This is where the alien can craft stuff and like they can cook stuff. Obviously, we also put some gyroids in here so that the little specimen, the little alien, can feel a little bit more comfortable, and I'd like to imagine that this sushi thing was from the fish that the specimen caught from their little fishing spot. I think that's really cute. This might be one of my favorite little alien rooms just because the vibe is so nice. And then an alien supervision kind of habitat house obviously isn't complete without its space crew, well, spots for supervision. Okay, so let's go upstairs first. With this room, my vision was that it's kind of suspended above the specimen's habitat. So that's where we've got the rope net flooring, so that crew members can kind of sit up here and look down onto the specimen and kind of see what they're doing down there. So that's why this area is just a tiny little mini walkway. You know, you're not supposed to step off anywhere, but other than that, they're just up here looking down, kind of supervising what the specimen is doing. And then let's go downstairs. And down here we just have a big research area that's kind of split into two parts. We've got this side over here where they're researching some of the flora, fauna, well, fish, the aquatic life. We've got some storage solutions over here, because obviously if you are maintaining a facility, like a research facility like this, you kind of need some sort of, you know, maintenance materials. Makes sense, I think. And then over on this side, we've got just a little workspace where they're obviously also analyzing the specimen, kind of seeing what they're made of, you know, what's going on in that little alien's head. So that's what they're researching down here, and I just really, really love this room. Oh, no, don't turn the lights on. Oh, God. Okay, now that we have explored this beautiful area, we can kind of take a shortcut back to the plaza through the back here, past our dead colleague. Very sad, very traumatic. You can, in this area, pick up your ladder and kind of find the spot to walk up here. Very nice. From here, you can also obviously take off your suit again. Okay, and then on this side, there are still some areas that we haven't checked out yet. This right here is our space car wash. I really love how this area turned out. I'm just so happy. We've got obviously a little, well, gas station, I guess, over here where you can fill up your space car's tank. And then over here on this side, we have got a little car wash, and I don't know if you can see them. There's these gyroids in there that I think they look like the little washing, the huge things that spin in a car wash. I think they just look like that, especially if you're near them, and they kind of do the little dancey dance. So that's what I imagined that is. Really cute. You can obviously go ahead and pay, kind of also clean out your car. And then over here in this corner, we have a little mechanics shop. We've got the little gyroids down here working hard. You know, they're doing the best to fix up any broken car parts, whatever. Yay! And then down here we just have this little thing. I honestly don't even know what this is called. Well, we do have it down here, and it's currently being refueled. And also, obviously, we have the little ladder here with the cables to kind of try and see if anything needs fixing, which hopefully it doesn't. Over here we've got just some more little arcade machines and some fishies, and also some crew members who are looking over at the alien side, which you can obviously also already get a little sneak peek from here in. But then if we move across this waterfall, we can actually get into the kind of fish, kind of fauna. Well, you know, it's mainly mostly fish. Into the fish research area over here, which is the area where our doctor is living. I just really love this area with all of the little fish ponds. Well, it's not really ponds, right? But like with these things, with the little water features in between. I just generally really, really love how this area looks like. From here, you can also get down onto the plaza, but I will not go back down there. Let's see if our boy is home. He is not. But what we can do is go down this secret little ladder. We have another little flora station over here. And obviously if he is researching and the aliens, because it's really, really close to his stuff. You know, if they come close, you can just go pew pew, and then they will hopefully leave. And then here on this beach, we just have another beautiful little research area, which I just think is really nice. It kind of has some storage solutions over here. You can sit just here, listen to the sound of the waves, and research the planet's animals that are going extinct because you're taking them out of the water and putting them in tanks to look at. Okay, but let's not go over from here. No. Because this is not really the main access that I've been thinking of. I think we're gonna go down right here. Yeah! And now obviously if you're a space crew, you could technically suit up again because this over there, toxic. But we are not going to be doing that. We are going to change into our normal clothes because obviously we are an alien. So this is the alien part of the island. You can also kind of sneak down here, which is where you will get to this area, but that's not important right now. We are going to go over here to the right where we will find the rebel area. So this is where Dobby and Rasher live, and they've also kind of built up some shops, you know, so that they can trade with the aliens. This area is also a little bit more rural, a little more farmy. Here we've got Rasher, our boy. And they also have these beautiful decorated beaches. These are the last things that we did on this island. So if you haven't checked out my last video where we decorated the beaches, you can obviously go ahead and do that. But yeah, each one of them has their own little area. Rasher has his little farm over here with some crops that he's growing because, you know, they need stuff to trade with the aliens, and I kind of imagined that they took stuff from the spaceship that they had and kind of planted them down here to bring more value, I guess. And then over here, we have one of my favorite views of this island, which is just the farm that's in between Rasher's and Dobby's house, and you can see nooks, crannies, and able sisters in the back. I just really love how this area turned out when we built it. It's so nice, farmy, natural. It's just slay. And then down here on this side, we've got Dobby's house. Dobby just kind of has this little campfire situation next to his house, which I think really suits him because he's just a calm guy. What's that meme? He's just a chill guy, you know? That's what Dobby is. So he just has a little campfire here to the side. He's got a little sand castle on the beach right there. I just think this area suits him pretty well. And I don't know if I ever showed this when I decorated the beaches, but we do have a little fishing chair over here because I imagine my old men to be fishing in their free time. Okay, on this beach we just have a bunch of orange stuff kind of bleeding over from this orange patch over here. And then up here in these areas we have obviously Able Sisters. And they have a kind of a washing area, clothes washing and drying area, because, you know, they sell clothes. So it just made sense, in my opinion. And then if we move on over here, we have Nook's Cranny. And I love how this area looks like with the plain party lights arch here and all of the green. I just think that this area is really, really stunning. But sadly, I have yet to see one of my old men sit on the massage chair. I really would love to see them sit here. I think that would be really, really cute. Okay, then let's take a mini detour. We have beaches over here. I am going to take a look at the full beach in just a while, but I just wanted to show you this cute little mini part of it because we will not be coming back to it, but it's really simple, so let's not worry about that. Once we have moved on over through all of this, Jesus Christ, we can enter through the portal, you know, into the actual wild alien parts. Over here to the left, we've got some gyroids trying to grow a giant vine, because that's also something that I imagined the little gyroids would do. They kind of stand around in a little ritualistic circle around one of these lamps, and then they do their little dancey dance, and the plant grows and turns into a giant vine. And we will see this a lot across the island. We've got an area dedicated to it, actually. But I just really loved this. I thought this was a really cute idea, and I'm happy that I actually managed to do it. We have all of this over here. Let's just move through this. This is the labyrinth. There are multiple ways that you can go. Let me show you which way you can't go. If you're coming from here, you might think, oh, nice little walkway. Wait, wait, you can't go there. There's the bush. That's because I'm a meanie. No, but you can either go up here, where you can access my little guys, where you can access Clay's house. Or you can also go, let me through. You can also go through here, where you can also obviously enter this area. Or, lots of possibilities here. You can go down this way into the labyrinth, because sometimes my villagers love to stand like right here, and then I can't move past. So I really love that I have the option to just walk around this area over here and enjoy the beautiful view. But since Clay is home, I suggest we take a little look-see inside of his house and hope that he's not crafting. Oh, Jesus. Okay, gorgeous. Thank you, Clay. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, yeah, but this is Clay's house. My god. I think originally in this corner are some more ruined pillars and stuff like that. Because obviously, if he is in the ancient labyrinth, he's gotta have a labyrinth temple house. So that's what that is. Just a cute little house for my cute little guy. Okie dokie, now that we have seen the whole labyrinth, let's just move down here and to the left. Because if we go over here, we obviously have this beautiful little water feature over here, which is very nice. And then we have this rainbow moon setup over here. And I really love how this turned out. It's really simple, very classy, and you might be able to see some things up there that seem suspicious, but we will check those out in just a second, don't you worry. Now, if we move over here, we enter the battlefield. This is basically where aliens and space crew have been fighting for quite a while, maybe are still fighting, so it's littered with bodies, which is obviously very tragic, but it is what it is if you try and invade something that isn't yours, am I right? Now, if you were a crew member, which in this case we are not, you could go from over here, you know, from the little access point, move on through here, and then go up this little ladder, where you would have a little supervision area of the alien planet and everything that is currently happening with the gyroids. So we've got a little ladder leading up there. They've obviously tried to hide their stuff with fake trees. I'm just now noticing the camera isn't even on. Ay, what are they doing? But yeah, from here, you can kind of, if you sneak past here, get a little look-see at the gyroids and that they're currently growing a giant vine, which is obviously what the space crew is kind of trying to research, like how to grow these big plants. And you can only see that happening as a space member, obviously, as a space crew member, from this little area, which is very cute. And I think we will access this top part at a later point, so let's move back down this ladder. Okay, if we move past here, we have this beautiful little yellow walkway. As you can see to the left, we have the defense mechanisms of the spaceship so that no alien may climb these parts. And then from here we get into the sad part, which is all the fallen crew members that have been buried by Rasher and Dobie, kind of near the spaceship, but also near the aliens, because they are mourning them, you know? This is all the fallen crew members that have died, kind of executing all of the plans that the mad scientist had that didn't work out. So, rest in peace to the former crew members. You will be remembered. Wait, there's Shari down there. So yeah, these are obviously the first villagers that we had on this island. And since I made it a mission to collect every villager's picture and put it up, I just had to put these up because it would have been a waste, okay? I'm not collecting these pictures from villagers that I hate to not put them somewhere, okay? And then if you kind of squeeze through here, we just have this, come on, squeeze through. We have this cute little rock garden here at the end. Cute and simple, just a tiny little rock shrine, you know? Okay, then let's access the actual alien part up here. You can kind of climb up and down this little ladder here, which is kind of hidden behind the tree. And then you will enter the gyroid, I guess, vine growing area. We've got 2 gyroid circles over here, 2 hard-working groups of gyroids trying to grow some giant vines. And as you can see, this area is littered with giant vines. There are a lot of them surrounding this area, so they have been working hard and they will continue to work hard to grow more giant vines around the island, which absolutely great and stunning. Then if we move down here, this is the other great giant vine where they have already grown the plant to its fullest potential. If we go down here, this is where Ione lives. Ione just has, I think, a cute little flower butterfly. No, actually, no. I think she has a cave. I don't know what she has inside. Check out the video where I built this. Then you will know. Or if she's home, you can also check out her interior. Now, let us sneak up here. Do we have a ladder here? No, we do not. So you will have to go ahead and take out your own ladder, kind of climb up here, and then you have this nice little area to set up your camera. Okay, and from here, listen. We can see almost everything. I really love this little outlook point over here. And it's obviously also another space for the space crew to set up cameras, to set up audio recorders, because they need to check out what's going on with these aliens, you know? And we can also go hoppy over here, so that we can get a nice overview of the area that we will be looking at in just a few seconds. The area over here to the right. And as you can see, I kind of try to transition between kind of purplish, bluish stuff to full-on color in this area. Did it work? Don't really know. I still really like how this looks. Okay, let's hop down here. Okay, so over here we just have the beautiful colored, really cute flower area of this island. Here you can obviously sit. It's a cute little seating area. Down here we have one of the gyroids kind of charging up energy to grow a new vine with the help of the star fragments. It's what I imagine is happening down here. Then if we move up over here, we have let's look at the calm things first. We have a nice little decorated, just fully flowered on, like overgrown flower beach over here, which is obviously the secret beach where if Red comes to visit every once in a blue moon, he will land here. And then over here we have a crew member that sadly, you know, ventured a little bit too far on the island. And henceforth they got sacrificed, you know? Rip to them, I guess, but it's what they deserve for doing what they're doing. So I guess from here, from this beautiful walkway, we can go up to Drago's house. And Drago has a house and a surrounding garden themed after a nursery, right? Because he is kind of, or hatchery, well, he's taking care of all of the alien eggs. As you can see, we've got a whole bunch of them up here, and these are some of the alien eggs that the researchers, the space crew, have obviously found and are trying to research. And over here in this area is where Drago is making sure that the eggs they still have are properly hatching. Inside of his house we also have a cute little hatchery situation with a bunch of eggs, and it's all nice and glowy. And he usually also just sits around here somewhere. But yeah, this is just his cute little area. So if we move back down here all this way, we can take a little shortcut through here. If you were to go down here, you would end up back at the labyrinth. And we are going to go over here. This is where we are getting close to Miss Diva's house. Diva has a beautiful, like, purple, bluish themed garden going on with a ritualistic circle where she is doing God knows what, you know? She is doing things. She is praying to the gods, to the ancient ones, so that they maybe get rid of the space crew. I guess we'll never know. We'd have to ask her, but Miss Diva is currently not home right now. So if we are going down here, we are getting closer to our beautiful campsite. And I think the campsite with the adjacent little labyrinth in the back has to be one of my favorite areas. For the tour and also for the DA, I just invited a villager. I think this might be Ruby, the white bunny. But yeah, I just love this area. It's so nice and green. Got a little volcano over here, some gyroids. I just really love this area because it's so overgrown and beautiful. Now you might think that you can go down here. You cannot, there's water. So if you want to exit this area, it's here at the White Flower. I'm just letting you know, you can go down here with a ladder. And from here you can get a nice little overview of the labyrinth area. I just really love this. You can also see my little spaceship over there, my little UFO in the corner, which I just added for a little bit of fun, you know, a little bit of pizzazz. I also have to admit that I like this area a lot more with the tent here. I built it obviously with nothing there, but now that we have a tent here, I just think it looks so much better. It's so much fuller. It's just much more my vibe. And then let's head on back over to Miss Diva's house, because I think we're gonna be taking a little shortcut down if we manage to find a way. Yes, over here, I'm going to just grab my little ladder, hop on down here, and we can come across a brutal scene. Here you can see a crew member that has definitely wandered too far off from the spaceship, and the council has decided that he must die. So we have the little Wallopite obviously doing nothing bad to this poor crew member. No. As you can see, they're not doing anything actually right now. I just imagine that this crew member just really ventured off too far. As you can see, there's not even parts of a suit here, so he just really effed up, you know? He just really got himself killed. Which is sad, but if he would have at least suited up, you know, maybe that wouldn't have happened. But yeah, if we move just up this beach, we have a lot of overgrown, cutesy little areas. To the left and right, some more buggies and butterflies. And here in the back, I just kind of decided that these rocks don't really need to be too fancy, so I just decorated them relatively simple with another maypole and something dead. I feel like I can't do an island. That's normal. I can't do an island with nothing dead on it. So yeah, if you expected anything else, you're in the wrong place, okay? And we're also going to ignore this coconut tree, which didn't grow, so yay! But yeah, that is the entire island of FOCALOR. I am incredibly happy with how this island turned out. I think I could not have built a better island. I'm so happy. It's so colorful, but still in some parts so like futuristic and spooky. I really hope that you also enjoy my beautiful little island, and please, for the love of God, if you do visit this island, please upload it to Instagram, like, or YouTube, whatever. Tag me in your pictures, in your videos, whatever. I want to see what your guys' favorite areas are. I want to see you walk around my island. I want to see what kind of weird, funky little pictures you're taking. I really hope that you enjoy this island just as much as I do. And with that being said, really hope you enjoyed this. Really hope that I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, I suggest you guys stay spooky, people. Goodbye!
Yeah.